We're here in City Park in New Orleans, which is by area 54% larger than Central Park in New York City. Now, a place this big and a city as haunted as New Orleans has to have a ghost story or two, and wouldn't you know it, City Park does. This is the story of Moaning Lisa. See, back in the late 1800s, there was this beautiful young woman named Lisa, and Lisa fell in love with a sailor. Now, this sailor was a ne'er-do-well who led her away from her privileged life and eventually got her pregnant. Well, when Lisa confronted the sailor about this and said she wanted to get married and wanted him to do the right thing, the sailor flew into a rage. He grabbed Lisa by the hair and he shoved her down into one of the lagoons in this park and drowned her. Now, this area of City Park has always been sort of a lover's lane. Teenagers coming down here for a little quiet R&R time have often reported hearing screams and moaning. Moaning Lisa angry that anyone might get the joy from a lover that she was denied. All right, so we're right here at the entrance to City Park, right by the New Orleans Museum of Art. And up until just a few years ago, this spot right behind me used to house a statue of a Civil War general named Pierre-Gustave Toussaint Beauregard, P.G.T. Beauregard. He was a New Orleans native who rose through the ranks in the Confederacy and was one of the top generals of the Civil War. But that's not what really makes him an interesting character in history. What makes him an interesting character in history is actually when he came back from the Civil War, back to the city of New Orleans, he became an advocate for black rights and recently freed slaves to make sure that they could have the right to vote, own property, and other things. In the mid to late 1800s, this was a super liberal position to have. It didn't earn P.G.T. Beauregard many friends. But years later, they erected a statue in his honor here in City Park. People thought that it would be a good idea to tear it down. But why is this a ghost story? People claim that they've seen P.G.T. Beauregard's ghost roaming around this area late at night. If you come down to New Orleans and City Park at night, maybe you'll see him too. Another haunted spot down here in City Park, New Orleans, is right behind me in this fountain. This is called Popp's Fountain. Now today it's all gated up out here to keep people out, but back in the 1970s it was wide open. And it's where a woman by the name of Mary Juanita Toops brought her coven. She was the first legally, officially recognized witch church in the state of Louisiana, and they would hold ceremonies out here at this fountain. Many people thought that the ceremonies were meant to elongate their life. Now they say if you come out here late at night, you can still see and hear Mary Juanita Toops and her coven dancing around the fountain, conducting more rituals. Those are the three most haunted stories from New Orleans City Park. Now, of course, New Orleans has plenty of other haunted stories, and if you want to watch more, check out Ghost City Tours on YouTube.